think I'm gonna make it to master though. Probably could have if I really tried, but
A new challenger.
oh, they done dropped the new girl.
What are we going to see transpire between
Come
these
on,
fighters?
bro. Who the hell
No
made
one
it that
knows,
far
but
with
this
her?
is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Taking stock. Projectile to try and change the situation. Oh! Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Takes the check, takes a big gamble, and rips out a raw super. Player one chases them down. Goes for the jump in.
Oh,
Oh no, they're stunned. Player two has completed their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. This is a just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. Oh, they in there.
Oh, that was a good one.
Player two with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Immediate jump in. Nails the anti-air. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player two can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Manages to hit them with a stop and pop. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Medium kick, yo, put that away. Going in. Player two goes for the Shin Hashogeki.
Ah.
Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Overdrive. Decides to go in with the target combo. Blocks the jump in. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Goes for the throw. All right, what's coming up next? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Throws them to negate the block. Oh! Pitcher spares the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Goes for the super arc. Where is their opening? The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player one on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Jumps. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Knockdown and not much life difference. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Looking for a chance. Both fighters planning something?
Come on, baby.
Jumps in. This is gonna hurt. And the meter, hoping for a good return. Big super hard hit. It's on. A real test of nerves here. What now? Looking for a hold. Overdrive a go. Or were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Uses that wall pressure.
Okay.
Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
E-Man, let's go. Let's go.
Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Sticks the combo. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. The quarter makes it hard to extend the throw, ends the round. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Knockdown and... Player two can't use any drive moves without burning out. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. You've got to be mindful of weakness. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. They were right on guard there. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Anti-air in the clutch. Player one, they're going for the super arc. Are we going to see a comeback here? Gets the counter hit and the win. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Fight with all your...
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Checks with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player one has them legit shook in the corner. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock. Challenge from above. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Bison experiencing burnout. Burnout activates. A super arc. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. They're both out of drive gauge. Will they press on or wait it out? Knockdown and still scrapping for control of the space. Tries to bait out or comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Still very early in the round. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Springs forward with a drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Still slugging it out at this range. What'll happen here? Parry! Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Cross up! How did Burnout activates? Hits him with a stopping block. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
Now you know.
Get your plates ready. Damn
Oh,
it.
no.
There's
No.
Player 1 holding on to that combo finishes it. We're going into the final round tied up. Each player has it in them to grind out the win.
Let's go.
Open anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 raw super hard incoming. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
And it is on. Both fighters need to get... Ooh, does them dirty. Impact squash. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Nothing stops this train. Throws them. Amazing. Player 1 is looking at... No! Stunned off the wall! What's next? Player 1 has a full drive game, but is on the... Turns out. Okay, here we go. Noticeable life lead. Oh my god, they are done! Player 2 comes out on top of that field.
No rematches. No rematches to nobody.
Fighting ground. Here comes a new challenger.
I got this new girl again. Oh my god. One thing about her, man, her corner.
We're in for
game
something special right here,
is
right
crazy,
now.
dog. Let us go.
Round 1.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Knockdown. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Projectile to try and change the situation. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something.
Well, thank you.
And the throw ends the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep their momentum? Knockdown. Nightshade Pulse comes out to play. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance.
But still now. Here.
Level 3 super.
Here.
Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
My magnum opus.
Looking for a check drive rush to keep it going. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. Wow, critical! What's gonna happen? Steps it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here! Light needed springs forward with the drive rush. They exchange blows. Just what they were after. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Tries to bait him with the projectile. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Time's the only thing moving here. Our fighters should be warmed up now. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Managing that drive gauge is gonna get tricky. Holds out with the block. Grabs them. Taking stock. Caught their eye on the air. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. What a clutch side switch there. Now KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night.
Man, they gave
What
her the
else did they
same
get
moves
away
as
with?
the other damn. Who
Ooh,
the
it
hell
looks
is
like
this
they're
guy?
waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That attack
throwing
landed
in.
for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Solid trigger of pain.
Ridiculous
Talons are out. Let's see what happens next.
Damn.
Player 2 will look to goes for the Shin Hashogeki. A super art springs forward with the drive rush. Risky up close drive rush to keep it going.
I'm paralyzed, man.
Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Genius read. Charging in with this is gonna be bad news. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Man, they make all these DLC characters with crazy, ridiculous combos, man. It don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. I don't even know who that is. Like, this shit piss me off, bro. Well, if I had a CD, I'd have broke it. Seriously, I'd have broke that. See, my problem, I don't work on my combos, man. It should be a little bit better with matchmaking, man. It's been out this long.
Practice versus
Oh my God.
Practice.
They mean timed out.
versus. Here comes a new challenger.
God, I hate fucking fighting her too.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's
But
gonna
I
be
know her
exciting to
moves.
see.
So.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Strikes back with the drive impact. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How is the match gonna play out? Definitely shuts out the jumper. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Trips them up. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Can they outlast it? Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super arc here. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player 2 chases them down. All right, what's coming up next? The throw misses. The jump in is denied. That drive impact is blocked. Very solid corner switch. Taking stock. Like, burnout activates. Ends with a projectile. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checks him with the projectile. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Quick spin there. Knockdown and experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Burnout activates. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something here. No! Critical art now? Wait, what? Are they actually dead? It doesn't kill. They're still in this. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive on it. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Shows a medium kick. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Reversal! Jumps up, it gets him with a Euro step. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Looking for a hole. Close range projectile. Player 2 with a slight lead. Reads the jump in perfectly. Both sides getting ready. A jump in? What? This can lead to some big damage. The pace of the round is going to pick up. Halfway through the round. Player 1 drops them hard. This is gonna hurt. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? The guy corrects them. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Adds a bit of OD spice there. A jump? Gets him with a Euro step. Drops that off. All the throw connects. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. They push their way out of the corner. Turns out. Only 10 seconds left. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Player 1 can't use impact. What? Sets up with the jump in.
Oh my.
By the skin of their teeth.
They,
Player 1.
oh, we got a rematch. Come on, we got a rematch.
Ready during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Projectile to try and change the situation. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 with the life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. They don't score the punish counter, but still get a nice hit in. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 1, they've been pushed into the wall, and the stun's there. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Player 2 will have to fight back here without any drive. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The jump in is denied. Picture perfect punish counter. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Out of range, relatively safe. Player 2 needs to use the threat of experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 has an empty drive room. This is a very precarious situation. How will they utilize this? Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Oh, is this it? Or are these credits just enough? Solid read on the bars. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Checks them with the projectile. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Knockdown. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Big trouble here. The stun is gonna leave them defenseless. A good chance to attack before the opponent's drive gauge recovers. Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Right lead opens up. Knockdown and checks them with a projectile. Where is their opening? Anything could happen here. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Both fighters are barely alive. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. The opening on that impact, in there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Get scooped from down low. Overdrive cannon spike. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Player 1, burnout activate. Player 2, how will they utilize this? Player 2, both experiencing burnout. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 2 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it safe. They're going for the super art. Amazing! Both fighter throws them. Smart play with the throw. Looking for a hold. Break through with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Pumps the brakes on the impact. A projectile to say, get off of it. Fires without warning. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Player 1 goes to the air. Good judgment there. Player 1 is in a very good spot. This can lead to some big damage. What now? Both avoiding the wall like solid anti-air. Player 1, a rare chance here. They gotta do something. What's this Shinko Hado gonna do? There's a burnout. Player 2 can't let this flatline zone. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
A new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Showtime, baby!
This will be round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What's the play here? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Down to the wire. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes a trip. Player 2 chases them down. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. In there! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hits them with a stopping block. The jump in is denied. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 can't use their going for the super art. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
What's wrong? Get up!
Attempts to break the stalemate and throws that off. Player 1 flatlines them. Player 2 brings it home.
Go shoot. Go boot. Go poop, boy. You ain't pooped all day. Go. Alright. Take you outside.
Comes a new challenger.
Oh, I hate fighting this dude. Oh,
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Lots of aggression from both sides. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive line. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Both players with no takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Knockdown and neither of them willing to back off. A thunderous drive-in back to close the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Revolt? From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Were they baiting them into that? There's an overdrive on. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move.